welcome to PT Toolbox. We've got another expert with us today. We've got Mark Tregilgas from 30plusbootcamp.co.uk. Today he's going to be talking about online business using fan pages. So Mark, what would you say is the essential parts of marketing online using fan pages? Give us your words of wisdom.
Okay, so first off, Josh, thanks for having me on the line. Unfortunately, you got my website address slightly wrong. It's 30plusbootcamp.com. And also 30plusmensfitness.com, but it's all good. I think the co.uk will take you there anyway because my tech guy sorted that. So one of the main things I think to be able to get some online success, something I've learned having had quite a successful year online, is all about content. So you need to be engaging daily, with your fans. This year in the last 12 months, myself, I launched my 30 Plus Men's Fitness online programs. And we've probably helped close to like 1,000 guys all in their 30s feel fit and healthy and ever using my methods, and that's via online programs. And I also launched a female fat loss program with a girl that works for me called Abby. We're sort of 50-50 partners in that. She's the face of it, and I sort of do all the driving, the marketing behind it. And that's been a huge success as well. It's called Give Me the Skinny. And like I said, the main thing is that you can't really start selling products online until people get to know who you are. I actually studied fitness info marketing for a number of years before I launched online. One of the guys I used to work with, he helped me set up 30 Plus Men's Fitness. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore, but he worked in media. He did blogging for a living, and he used to tell me the importance of videos, content, articles. And this was going back a couple of years ago when, videos weren't really that popular. It was more just text, and I was sort of launching a few new sites, and he said, Mark, you're really passionate. You should get on camera, shoot some vids, and basically just build content. So I actually didn't know a great deal about fan pages or content creation, but he sort of gave me the nudge and just said, look, create some workouts, create some articles, and I'll just create a site for you and set up your fan pages and get all that info on there. So again, following the gurus, sort of like your Chris McCombs and your Craig Ballantyne, Bedros, all these guys, they give a lot of stuff away for free.
Yeah.
And once they give you a lot of stuff, cool stuff for free, and you use it and you see that it's of value, it makes you trust them and think, well, actually, I'll buy something from you, and I've bought something from all those guys, all great products, and that's so basically all I did was I just sort of mirrored people that had done it and had success doing it, and basically just started to put as much out there for free as I could. So on my websites I've got opt-ins whereby they get a free ebook. One of those ebooks is like 30 pages long with like basically, even if they just follow that, they're going to get huge results, and that's free. If anyone sends me an email to my fan page, even if it's just like quite rude and just says how much is it, I will reply back saying, hey, thanks for the email, give them all the details, but then include a shed load of articles which are going to help improve their life if they follow it. So and then one of the other things is, with regards to fan pages, it's all right having fans, but you've got to be updating your page. And a lot of people think that Facebook can take over your life. Well, I said this because I've done a few seminars this year on doing Facebook programs. Is if you're going on Facebook to look at Tracy's holiday snaps from 2007 in Magaluf, of course it's going to take over your life. But I'm on Facebook quite a lot. And that's not doing what I've just said. I've got 5 or 6 fan pages which bring me an income through engaging with my clients. So, I've got one for my lads for the over 30s online. I've got one for my lads boot camp. We've got one for our girls boot camp, for our girls fat loss program, for my online coaching. And I'm speaking in a certain tone to the people that have liked those pages, but I'm engaging every day. I know something now where you can program your posts to go out. You can use Hootsuite, which is great. You can set your posts. But let's be fair, we live in an age where we've always got our iPhones on us. Whether you're in the gym, you're having lunch, you can tweet, you can post an update. It takes seconds,
A gift and a
like
curse.
I said, if there's somebody following your page, and you tweet or you Facebook a picture of your healthy lunch and they don't know what eating clean is, that's going to help them. it might bore the life out of your personal friends. Hence, well, I try not to put any fitness stuff on my personal profile. I just talk about family and just a bit of banter on there, because you've got to realize that not everyone on your personal Facebook profile is going to be interested in what you do. Of course,
yeah,
we're health and fitness guys, but not everyone is, unfortunately. So I take people to my fan pages, which is a little bit, people are there for a reason. And I engage, I do things like competitions whereby I get a Q&A going. I run competitions for free entry into my programs. I give away online cookbooks. I give away T-shirts. It's all about giving, so that your fans think, wow, this is pretty decent. It's a good page to follow. And, we've had a really successful year with online programs. And one of them, the girls program, we don't even have an email list. We've done that all through Facebook fan pages, just literally, promote it, giving stuff away for free. And then when we have a program launching, promoting it on there, using promoted posts, using targeted ads, and selling direct from Facebook. There's been a lot of talk that you can't sell from Facebook, but I beg to differ. I've been selling online fat loss programs through my fan pages, cookbooks through my fan pages, and driving people into my online programs through fan pages and keeping them on Facebook, keeping them in Facebook groups.
Do you feel that the problem with selling on Facebook, would you say it's when that trust hasn't been built up and the rapport with that person? Is that
anyone can say, oh, my next program starts here and whack a link up, but I probably engaged, and I'm not saying this is the case for everyone, but I held back on launching my 30 plus online programs for a number of reasons. Unfortunately, the main one was my technical guy, the guy who helped me launch, who helped me launch 30 plus men's fitness and drove me to creating all this content. He passed away, unfortunately, and it kind of he was like one of my best mates, and so it shook me for a bit. So I held back and I held back and I held back, but during that time I still created content and just engaged with my fans. So I would know the guys that were literally commenting on my posts every day. I'd kind of know my fans inside out. I would know what my avatar, what their struggles were. So when I did come to sell to them, the trust was already there. I think that people, I've done very well out of online programs this year, really well. It's taken my business to a new level, but I put the work in, and I'd never just tried to sell straight off the bat. I always gave away a lot of stuff for free, which is, as you know, which is the key to creating a good following. People have got to trust you at the end of the day. They have to trust you, otherwise they're not going to buy from you, So it's all about the trust, dude. And to get that trust, you've got to help as many people as possible.
Have you found there's certain content that engages your audience more than others? Like, for example, the cookbooks, or?
Well, if I just use the 30 plus as a reference, because that's what most people know me for. Most of these guys they don't have time for the gym. Maybe they don't want to go to the gym, and they're frankly they're pretty they're a bit bored of it, and it's all the young guns in there doing their thing. And let's be fair, when you're in your 30s, it's highly likely you've got kids, pressures, busy life. So what I try and do is I give a lot of free workouts away. I just post on a page and I'll say, have you got 10 minutes, lads? Have you got a willing body? Have you got a kettlebell? Then just go and do this. And the workouts really get people in. I've had people that have joined my programs and said, I've done that because I followed your bodyweight basic series on your website, and really just loved it. Got insane results when previously I've been running for hours on a treadmill and not getting anywhere. And that's encouraged them to jump on the program. The other thing with the cookbook is I never just sell the cookbook off the bat. I go, right, who wants a recipe? And I'll get conversation going for like a day. Who wants a breakfast recipe? Post it up. Who wants a lunch recipe? Post it up. Who wants an evening meal, a snack? Post it up. By the end of the day, I'll go, oh, by the way, if you want some more of this, here's a link for our cookbook. And as you're one of our fans, here's a discount code. And we sell plenty that way. But again, I've been giving before I've gone in for the sale.
Yeah, awesome. Good times. Going back to the promoted posts.
Yeah.
Who would you really kind of target with your Facebook ads and your promoted posts? What sort of how do you go about doing that, for example?
Well, so again, I'll just target my niche. So as we know, Facebook, not all your fans will see your posts. It's just Facebook of wanting you to spend more money to boost posts. So there are ways around that, getting more engagement. Some will be viral, some will be organic, So what that means is organic is when your fans see your post, and then the viral is, friends of fans. With the promoted posts, what I tend to do is, if I'm promoting something for 30 plus men's fitness, there's an option to boost to obviously your fans, and then it'll say their friends or people you choose to target. Now, if you're just choosing friends of your fans, they could be women, and that's not my avatar with the lads. They could be anyone. They might not be into fitness, so hence why what I'll do is I'll boost the fans, and then people you choose to target. So you can choose people you choose to target people that aren't connected to your page, which is great. And then I would put my specifics in. So like between the age of 30 and 45, I'll go for English-speaking Connolly's. So I'll keep it to like UK, USA, Australia, Canada, things like that. And maybe people that have liked these lads that have liked certain things. So, Herbalife, Juice Plus, Slimming World, Weight Watchers, all those things that are maybe failing them, because we know they're not great. So if they've liked that and, not getting great results, they see my ad pop up or my boosted post saying, hey, we don't count calories, you can eat man-sized portions, and we tell you to eat real food, the potential is they're gonna come and check us out. So it blows my mind, the whole Facebook targeted ads and boosted posts. I mean, it's incredible, really. I'm fascinated by it, and I'm always keen to learn more.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It is,
ridiculous.
Dude. It really is.
So going back to the Facebook ads, do you feel, how effective do you feel they are if you had to rank them in your marketing strategy, where would you place them?
They're my number one. I mean, so I'll give you an example. So we've got about 11,000 fans on our page, and a lot of people say, fans are purely for vanity, and that, I suppose that is true. If you're not engaging, you can have as many fans you want. You're not giving away. You're not engaging, putting content out there. Then it's useless, because ultimately the bottom line is you want people to buy from you, and the more people you help, the more people are going to buy from you, and everyone's a winner. So let's have a look at this. So as an example, I was spending $30 a day on an ad which was optimized to get me more likes for my 30 plus page. So I was targeting, my avatar, and that was probably getting me about 300 more likes a day at one stage. So let's say for 17 or 18 pounds, I was getting 300 more likes. So 300 more potential clients. So what I would then do is I would offset that ad for the day and sell a couple of cookbooks. So actually, I wasn't actually spending any money. I was just engaging a bit more, selling a couple of cookbooks at a discounted rate as they were my fans. And I built my page basically for free because I was selling cookbooks on the back of it. So then all of a sudden I've got a bigger target audience, and then more people to promote to, more people to engage with. So, without a doubt, they are so cost effective. And I've just licensed my boot camps, and I've got my coaches, showing them the strategy to do these target ads, promoted posts. And, that everyone's first thing is reaction. They say, well, how much does it cost? Say, well, as much as you want it to. What's your budget? You can go in for as little as $5 a day, or you can spend £1 million if you want. Not that I encourage that, but the option is there, and it's fascinating. It just shows you the potential reach. So without a doubt, it's my number one, and it's very cost effective. Ultimately, you need to be doing something to offset what that ad is costing you. In my case, because I was doing successful launches every 4 to 5 weeks of my programs, I would always keep some money back and go, right, okay, I'm going to put some money back into ads to get another 1,000 likes, which are potential clients, and then I'd convert them over to my subscribers list as well as sell cookbooks, to offset that. So, really, I got about 11,500 followers on the Facebook fan page. If I wanted to take that to 15,000, I could easily leverage that by selling cookbooks to my new fans with some promoted posts on a daily basis. So I probably wouldn't have to spend too much money, and then I've got that much more potential reach.
So you're kind of it's like a balancing act sort of thing.
Absolutely, man.
Spend money to make more money, to spend more money, vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
You just got to know your numbers, dude.
And then you spoke just then about kind of licensing your boot camp. So I thought we could go on to our next topic. Obviously, with the 30 plus men's fitness, you've had quite a lot of success in the last year, as you've said. If I was, let's say, for example, I'm a new PT in the industry, I've got a really good product, or I think I've got a really good product, as the case may be.
Yep.
How would you kind of instruct someone to go about licensing the bootcamp? What would be your kind of steps from the beginning?
Yeah, I've got lots of experience in this. So I've tried to license in the past and failed quite a few times. But, for me, the goal is to fail forward, not take it personally and go, oh, well, that's not going to happen.
Course,
like, I know 30 plus is such a great niche. Others have told me, like some of the top gurus have said, Tregs, we wish we had that idea because it is really cool. For me, what makes my niche so special is, yes, it's fitness, but it's bringing a community of guys together that have all, if you're over 30, you've been through something in your life, whether that's depression, anxiety, losses. The chances are you've got pressure at home, work, young kids. Life is tough. I've learned that. I have a 15-month-old son, and it's the best thing and the hardest thing. Josh, I know you've got a daughter as well.
I agree.
You know what it's like to be a parent. So I provide this kind of community whereby on my online programs, like right now I've got about 130 guys in my online members club from all over the world, and it's via a closed group on Facebook, so nobody can see everyone else's posts, so people can put what they want in there, which is great. People are ranting and raving about things, and it's that community. So I provide that community offline and online, and that's what makes sort of 30 plus special. And I've tried to, people approach me over the last couple of years and said, Tregs, we love this, we'd like to do this in my part of the country, how do I go about it? And I said, well, to be honest, all I've got is the trademark logos and the idea. I don't have anything down on paper. So I cut a few deals with a few people, said, right, we'll give it a bash, but it failed. And it wasn't these guys' fault. It was, it was on both parts. I wasn't ready, and they didn't have the support really, or the structure. So tried it a couple of years ago, didn't work down in Southend, and was an amicable in the end. It just didn't work for the guy. And then we had one disaster trying to launch up in Scotland. But like I said, we just didn't have the systems in place. So after the failed attempt in Scotland at the start of the year, I basically came home and said to my partner, God, we've gone all this way up to Scotland. The guy up there said it was going to be huge, and it wasn't. And this, that, and the other. She said, well, how do you going to carry on? I said, yeah, what I need to do is I need to go to ground and basically write a full operations manual, like literally spill everything out of my head, like as if I was just talking to somebody that has no experience at all. So I spent like best part of 12 weeks in my office, like trying to spend 2 or 3 hours a day in between, boot camps and other stuff, just literally going through everything from how to get your first 10 clients on board, how to answer the phone, your first email that you send out to a potential inquiry, the follow-up email after they've been for a free trial, how to speak to them on their first session, the introduction, everything, the way I've done it. And you might think, that's really basic, but even answering the phone, because you will get people that ring you up and they go, how much is it? And the last thing you can do is the last thing you want to do is start talking about money straight away. You want to change it, flip that, and say to them, right, tell me about what you're doing right now. What are you doing to get results? Try and delve into a little bit of, why they've called you, what's their pains, what's their anxieties, what's their frustrations. So I put all this down in a manual, like literally the way I'd done it, the 30 plus way. I'd been to so many fitness classes over the years where people don't know your name. You just turn up, you're a number, there's no community. You might have a great workout, but you don't feel part of it. I wanted people to feel part of it. I wanted people to, the minute they walk through the door at my 30 plus boot camp, they're a guy in their 30s go, where the bloody hell has this been all my life? This is just perfect in every way. From the training to the community, to the no attitude, to the support, everything like that. That's what I wanted to create. So I put it all in a manual, like literally, from getting your first 10 clients, all your plug and play emails, there must be about 10 in there, from your Facebook ads, your promoted posts, anything that you think is going to help your licensee or your coach literally get their business off the ground. And literally I've just licensed now with 3 locations, one in Liverpool, one in Chicago, of all places. He was one of my online clients who'd been in my plan a year, just changed his life, and he got boot camp and he qualified, came over, and he's taking a license off me. So they and 2 guys local to me in the Vale of Glamorgan, they all came to Cardiff to spend a weekend with me. On the Saturday morning, they joined in at my boot camp, so they experienced what it was like, with 30 other guys there in the wet and the mud. And then we spent a day working on the systems in a local eatery, just going through a 100-page manual. This is what you do with this. This is what you do when this happens. This is how you do this. This is how you program. Here's 30 plug and play, 30 plus style workouts. You might have done stuff different in the past, but this is how we do it. We do this. We do body weight. We do kettlebells. We do 2 kettlebells. So it needs. If I go to one of my camps in Cardiff, I go up to Liverpool and it's done exactly the same. The trainer has got the same. The way he greets his clients, the way he talks to his clients, the way he warms his clients up, the way he cools them down. All the coaches are singing from the same hymn sheet. So it needs to be absolutely set in stone. You cannot even license until you've basically spilled out all your experience of your product and running your product, because, for me, I want it to be done in the same way in other parts of the country. I don't just want to go, hey, everyone come and sign up to my license, just crack on with it. And I go to Liverpool and, the guy's doing something completely different to what I'm about. Do you know what I mean?
Of course,
so it needs to have a rubber stamp on it. It needs to have that identity. You look at something like CrossFit, it's got its identity. You look at something like British Military Fitness, I don't know if you've got that around by you, it's got its own identity, the way they dress, the way they coach, the way they talk, and that's what I want 30 plus men's fitness to be. So, if people are looking to license their product, they need to know exactly what it is and basically put it down, in however long it bloody takes you. Trust me, it'll be worth it, because right now, I put 12 weeks into my manual, and it's not that grand. It's not that long in a grand scheme of things. And my guys they're doing their free trials at the minute, because we're not going to charge until January. But these guys are getting a lot of people turn up at the free trials, and they're going, wow, that promoted post, that targeted promoted post we did was incredible. I can't believe it. And they're getting excited about the inquiries like we do, and you need to be showing your coaches, your potential licensees, everything, so that they can go away and just plug and play it in,
Awesome. Sounds good.
Thank you, dude.
So, kind of moving on with that, as well as the licensing, I'm assuming you quite heavily involve like systemization in your business.
Yeah.
Do you do that for your coaches, or again, do you let them kind of take the template of the systems that you use and then they play with them, or do you do it centrally?
Everything is set in stone. So these guys get weekly coaching calls with me, and I see a couple of them anyway. And bear with me a sec. So, I don't just go, there you go and run with it. It's done in a certain way. Literally, like I said, from, they get an inquiry, that email they send out is the same all over the world. The follow-up is the same. We've got flyers that are all the same in every part. We've got in USA and Liverpool now. They're the same, they just got different contact details on. So the before and after pictures are the same. The images of us covered in the mud at Tough Mudder are the same. The website is the same for each location. So it has, again, it's all about that identity and the way that, if my system is tried and tested, then, it's how I got my success, was just following people that had a way to get their success. And all I want is my coaches to follow what I've done. It's worked for me. They might need to tweak it a little bit, but ultimately, if it's a winning formula, they don't have to change too much. All I just say to them is follow the manual, follow the protocol. They might text me and go, what about this? And I say, oh, that's answered on page, go there, and away you go,
Good times. In regards to with your licensees, in your experience, would it be best for them to, like with payments, as in them paying you for the use of your license? Do you find like a profit share is best, or like a monthly fee?
No, basically it's like I want these guys to be able to have their own business, and just build a license fee. So they pay an upfront fee, and that just like weasels out sort of any sort of time wasters. Obviously they get a lot, the value in the manual alone is worth that. Plus they'll get flyers designed, they get their own page on the website. I've got a full-time tech guy that works for me and does all that. So he gets all that information straight up on the page. So everything is just done for them. All of a sudden they approach me, they pay their money, and then they've got permission to set up their Twitter, their Facebook page. They get their own page on the site. And by the way, the website takes leads for them. So, I woke up in the night to attend to my son. I checked my email. There was a lead that had come through, and they can actually search for their location on the website, and it's Chicago. I just forward it on to my coach. So I've got a little bit of ownership. I can see who's getting the most leads, but I just forward it on to them. if they get 50 guys paying them £60 a month, then good on them. All I want them to do is to be upholding the good name of 30 Plus Men's Fitness. I take my license fee. I think it's very reasonable. It's not how can I put it? It's not asking too much of the guys, but I get 5, 6, 7, 10 licenses up and running, and each guy's paying that into the business each month whilst upholding the good name of 30 Plus Men's Fitness. Then I'm very happy.
Everyone's happy. It's all good.
Everyone's happy. Yeah.
Okay, so on to our kind of like final topic.
Okay.
What have you found to be the best strategies with all of your kind of businesses for client retention? What have you been your favourite things to do?
So Steve Hockman was one of my business coaches when I just started out. I actually emptied my account to him one Christmas because I had 12 boot campers and he had a lot and was running a 6-figure business, and he promised that he'd help take me there. And in all fairness to Steve, a couple of ideas he gave me did help take me there, and took my boot camps from 10 to 100 across 2 boot camps. And one of the most important things he taught me was the client referral competition. So he said to me when we first started, do you have a referral competition in place? I said no. So he taught me how to do it properly. And actually the referral competition details are all in my manual for my licensees, so that's all done for them. So how does it work? Basically what you can do is you actually say to people, either via email or at the end of a good session, guys, I'm helping you here with your fitness. If you could help me grow my business, because they're very receptive to listen after a good workout. I would never do it before because they just want to get going. And I say to them, look, we do this awesome referral strategy. You want to bring a friend, a work colleague, a loved one, come along for a session. Make sure they ring me. We'll get them in for a free trial. If they sign up, whatever they sign up for in their first month, you're going to get that in credit. So if somebody comes along, they love it, they sign up for £60 worth of boot camp, then the client who referred is going to get that back for free. So it's win-win, really. They're going to get some free training.
Awesome.
And then what I do once a year is I do the Everybody Wins referral competition. So basically what happens is I say, look, the deal still applies, but this time we're going to do a 2-month competition. Those of you that bring me the most referrals in that stage, not only are you going to get rewarded anyway, hence Everybody Wins, but the one with the most is going to get like 3 to 6 months of free training, and yeah, I've had people, get 6 months free training. Now that's a huge impact on someone's life when you're saving them like
massive,
400 or 500 quid. It's absolutely huge, and they've brought you clients, and it just has that sort of that effect. It just sort of filters down, and they say, well, how can we refer? And I say, well, there's many ways. The first thing is you can just share our page on Facebook and talk about how awesome it is and how to get in touch. That's a great one because each one of your clients has got their own individual friends list. So the great thing about Facebook is it's so viral that you can virtually get a business just from extracting somebody's friends list.
Yeah.
It's incredible, really. Like I said, it fascinates me. Another one is we have like a plug and play email that we say to our clients, look, are you on a big email list at work? Can you send something out via your intranet? And again, anyone that bites, then as long as we know where they're coming from, you'll be rewarded. I mean, I got a couple of guys who've referred. They work at the BBC here in Cardiff, and that was huge for me. I've just brought so many people into my business, online, offline.
Awesome.
So those are the ways they can do it. Another great retention is basically, I've done this a lot, and I just literally take pictures of every session and I tag people because again, it's so viral. People are like, oh wow, my friends at this, oh, it looks awesome, this boot camp, where are you at? And again, it just travels around really fast. I tweet. And it's one of those things where if I don't take a picture of the session now, the lads are saying to me, Tregs, why don't you? Where's a picture? Get the picture up. They want to be part of it. Training has moved on from just going to the gym. Group training is huge. You've got your CrossFit. You've got your boot camps. People want to be part of something. All these great new facilities are popping up around the country whereby, there's no shitty machines. It's, real training. Prowlers are out. The kettlebells are out. And,
love it.
And people want to be part of that kind of group, that community, where it's different. And so I find that tagging all my clients at the session, getting videos of them doing the workouts. I've got so many clients that just say, yeah, I'll do a video. Put that on your page. You're making people famous, really. And and people love it. And like just things like, you know, texting somebody or writing on somebody's wall, just if they've had a really good session and said, you know, you smashed it today. It's all about giving back. You know, it's all about the clients at the end of the day. You know, sort of when I got into the industry, I was, you know, I made the mistake of my first ever website. It just had me plastered all over it, and you quickly learn that it's not about you and all your qualifications. It's about the clients, and you know, people just want to know what the result is, what the experience is going to be, and hence, you know, these days, if you go on to, you know, on my pages, it's literally pictures of the class, pictures of somebody doing the workout, and it's just great for retention. People absolutely love that because they feel valued, they feel appreciated. So it's, you know, you've got the kind of you've got the referral competition when you're actively getting clients to go out and get other clients for you, or for me, the great retention strategy of just making them feel loved, giving them a great experience. You know, something I once read is that, you know, like, you want to make your boot camp or your class or your online program, it's like an experience. It's like going to Starbucks, going for a coffee. It's not just about you sitting having coffee, it's the experience, you know. Hey, and that's what it should be about. You know, when people say, hey, let's meet for coffee, they're going for the experience as well, not just for the coffee. Yeah. You know, so I try and make my online program, you know, my boot camps an experience for them. I mean, at the end of the day, we're lucky we work in a great industry where we get to do what we're passionate about, and we are the highlight of these people's day. You know, they might have had a shitty day and all they want to do is come to boot camp and, you know, punch some bags, swing some kettlebells, do some burpees and just get rid of that stress. Otherwise they're going to go and have a glass of wine and eat crap and feel rubbish. So, you know, yeah, I'm sort of going on a bit now, but you get the gist of what I'm on about, buddy.
Yeah, perfect. So, what would you say then, if you had a new person, like a new qualified PT, what would you say for them to focus on to really make their boot camp kind of not just survive but thrive in like quite a competitive market?
Okay, never ever do pay on the day, because I have just seen, you know, I was sort of at the big. Well, I'd say beginning of the boot camp boom, but I've been doing them a good couple of years now, especially in my area. And, you know, just from stuff I learned from following the gurus, never do pay on the day. I've seen boot camps advertised, and then I've seen the trainers just standing there in the field, you know, just stood there. You know, I mean, how can you do that? You know, you need to know your numbers. If people email me and say, do you do pay on the day? I just say no. You know, okay, if I got some of my regulars that have been with me years and they can only make one session, they want to give me a couple of quid, that's fair enough. But if people strategically, if they categorically email me and say, did you pay on a day? No, here are my membership fees, because you need to know your numbers. Even more so now I've got a family and staff, you need to know your numbers. So, you know, if it's a wet Thursday night and nobody turns up, well, it doesn't really matter, because you already know that they're paying you their membership. And it's like I say, at the end of the day, you know, a gym's still going to take your money if you don't go, you know. And clients will say to me, oh, I've missed a session, can I have this? Can I say, well, we were still there, we still hired the great venues, we were still there to deliver. So I kind of make that clear. You have to set your stall out. If you're a new PT, you do a boot camp, you've got to set your stall out. The price is the price. The price is what you tell them it is what you value it to be. You know, I'm having this discussion now with my licensees, because they're in different areas and they're saying, oh, I don't want to be this, I don't want to be that. I say, well, okay, you want to go away and charge under what I'm telling you, then you've undervalued the product. Like, look at what we do. We're changing people's lives. You know, the value is absolutely huge. So never do pay on the day. Know your prices so that when people ask you, you know them, rather than going, and, you know, picking some out your backside, because I've seen trainers do that, you know. Know what you're giving them, you know, so add value by, you know, having a great boot camp guide to give them a nutrition template, give them as much help as possible, you know, get them in a closed group on Facebook where they can all liaise with each other. You've got to add that value, and you've got to know your numbers.
Awesome. Good times. Okay, well, thanks for all of the information you've given.
My pleasure, dude.
It was awesome. Good stuff.
Thank you very much. Thanks.